Fight on!
Yo guys, what up? Welcome back to Top Tier Arcade. My name is Steve, and you're back in my parents' garage. And this is going to be part 4, which is the memories of the Mortal Kombat 2. Now, it's a little grim and gloomy here. It's the next few days after. And I know that it was, supposed to rain, but this is brutal. The light, really quick here, the light went out, like the power, flashed. Thank God the game wasn't on. This was a few hours before this, when it was thundering. And the light bulbs, the tubes, they won't turn on anymore. So that's why I have like a light here. So if it's a little dark, I'm sorry. I lit the camera a little better in the front, but let's move forward. So, like always, when we start the memories, I'm going to be smoking my reflection stick, which is a, actually very nice, Aroma de Cuba Robusto. And I'm going to be smoking that for this, this memory. And let's get right to it because I don't want to take too much time here. Oh yeah. It's a little dry because I left it over at my parents and not a humidifier or humidor. It wasn't in a humidor. It's good. Let's get right to it. So so obviously the pickup went smooth. Pickup went smooth. It's not because I'm smoking, something went in my mouth. I guess it's smoking. Here's how the memories start for me. Obviously the pickup went smooth. The cabinet's great without a few little minor things. The review is a little weak, I admit, just because there's a lot to talk about. At the same time, I've covered the bases, but the memories is something that no one can duplicate. So here's where it started. Obviously, Mortal Kombat 1 was huge. Huge influence. Fighting games really got into, I was at the time where I was, going through puberty. I was getting mature. I was 11, 12, 13 at that time, and really taking in my own. My older brother was teaching us how to play. It was very competitive, and we're getting very good. And when this came out in '93, I still remember. We're at the bowling alley. All right. Oh, it's still thundering. It was at the bowling alley. And I remember we would go there just to kind of play. And what happened was the actual, when we walked in, they had usually a featured game in the game room. Like there's the bowling alley on the right, and then on the left was the arcade. Well, they always had the featured game right there, and it was this. Now the sound was on, and I remember saying, "Oh my God, look at it! It's almost so dark out, and it's only like 3 o'clock." Whew! Can you guys see? I'm sorry. Can you guys see? Okay. No, it's pretty good. Anyway, sorry. So the main game was there, and it showed Mortal Kombat 2, and we're like, what? And then so I remember my older brother was like, let's go, let's go. Now Mike knew about it. He never told us because he played it already, just to get because he always did that. Got the play, got good, and then kind of showed us, and it was amazing. And I remember coming up to it. So I mean, it's not like I'm tall now, but I was like here, and then like, oh my God. And I saw the characters, oh my God, I saw Goro, I saw this whole thing. And then Shao Kahn was there. It was loud, it was exciting, people were around. And now, think of it like this. Like, how many people? Like, there are people like this, and then here, and then here, and then here, and then the player, and then to taller guys behind. People were looking around this thing, it was crazy. They jacked up the sound, I remember, because it was so loud, and I still remember. And I still remember where I'm like, oh my God, who's that guy? He's crazy. And we're going all crazy. And then my younger brother, so if I was 13, George was then April, so George would then be 7. And he was like, oh my God, what's happening? Wow, look at the rain. Crazy. So, what happened there we get up to this machine, and Mike's already pretty good, but we never knew this. So we get up to it, and I remember my dad's like, it was like a Saturday morning, and we had to go to Greek school. So I'm like, ugh. So Greek school's like at 2 o'clock. My mom dropped us up early to play bowling, but also play arcades. And we got there, and my mom left us, because it was me, my older brother, me, and then my younger. And then we were playing this, and we're like all like, oh my God, look how good it is. Everybody's going, oh my God, look at the fatalities. Now remember, this is 93. The internet was not a big thing, or not known to anyone really. So any of the codes you never knew, but Mike knew some gameplay. So same thing. Comes up to the machine, press start, and then Mike's playing and he's doing all these fatalities. Everybody's like, oh my God, what's happening? So like everyone's going crazy. The parents are looking around because everybody's screaming and yelling. I remember it was 5-pin bowling, because it was more for younger kids, and there was a couple of kids bowling that actually stopped bowling and came to look at it. I swear to God. And then they came in and like, what's happening? So they were watching this whole bowling go down, or this go down while they're supposed to be bowling. Oh my God, I'm getting hit by the rain. Well, by the way, beautiful cigar. Perfect around, burning nicely. Jesus. It's like we're in the tropics, like we're on the island. So yeah, going back to it, everybody was in line, and then what happened was Mike was kicking ass, and I'm sitting there, we're playing, you know, we don't know what to do really, and like the old fatalities won't work, and I'm getting pissed off because I knew only a few, but none of the fatalities like on Scorpion or Sub-Zero are the same. Close, but you know, some of them are close but different. So we're getting upset, we wanted to play, nothing happened. So Mike gets in, my older brother, and we're like, okay, fine. So what happens is, I'm behind Mike, like usual, and this other guy comes up, and this guy's girlfriend, so they're older, maybe 16, 17, around Mike's age. So they come up, oh my God, it's crazy out there. So they come up, and you know, and Mike's playing and kicking their ass. So one guy comes in, I still remember this, one guy comes in, and he presses start, and we're like, okay, let's go. So they press, Mike's here, and the guy presses start. Mike is Johnny Cage, the other guy is Scorpion, I think, or Jax, one or the other. And they're playing, and you know, Mike wins around, he wins around, and then he beats Mike, which is a big deal, right? So we're like, oh, not by much, but he beat him. So and then he gives them a fatality. So Mike gets pissed. So we're like, okay, like we keep playing, and you know, because remember, it's I got next. So whoever puts a quarter, then there's 4 people deep that you gotta wait. So Mike's strategizing, talking to him, saying he's cheap and whatever. Oh, what's happening? Oh, what a beautiful cigar! Wow, this is nice. Can you guys see what's happening out there? Ah, getting hit by rain. I need as much light as this one out. Anyways, oh my God, so we were playing there, and then Mike had to go back in line. He plays the guy again, and Mike loses again. Now, I played him and I lost. The guy was pretty good. So what happens? Back then, we didn't have cell phones. So there's a payphone, and my mom's like, when it becomes 1 o'clock, call me. I'm going to come pick you up, and we're going to drop you straight to Greek school. I'm like, okay. We're playing. We come back around, and this guy's still playing, and he's doing very well. My brother gets in there, he's lost now twice, his 3rd time. It's around 1:30, because remember, you got to wait until the other people play. So my mom is outside. She comes in saying, let's go. I'm like, okay. We get in, all right? We get in, and then what happens is, Mike's playing, and then I said to Mike, we gotta go, we have Greek school, and the guy starts laughing. So Mike gets pissed off. And he goes, what's so funny about that? He goes, nothing, nothing. So he goes, oh, okay. So what happens is, they're playing again, and I said, come on, Mike, win! Like, to kind of kill him and let's leave, give the quarter away, whatever. This guy goes, yeah, Mike, win! Swear to God. And I remember my brother got fucking pissed. You could see he was shaking. So Mike comes up, he picks Johnny Cage. This guy picks whoever else. He comes up, and Mike beats him. But not only does it beat him, but he did the Johnny Cage secret fatality, which knocks off 3 heads instead of 1. So Mike beat this guy. We were there an hour and a half. Beats this guy, knocks off 3 heads, and he's like, "Yeah, how do you like that? 3 heads." Asshole, and starts like a war. This guy starts jaw-jacking back. I'm like in the middle of it. People are telling him to calm down. The next guy wants to play and wants to beat Mike. Mike's like, "You know what? Take my quarter. I already did what I wanted to do. We had to leave anyway." So they start, going back and forth about it all. It was brutal, not good at all. They were fighting. In the meantime, I didn't know what to do. So we get that home. Should I turn this game off? Oh my God! I shoot the carrot. Nah, who cares? They're really quick. So the Mike beats the guy, knocks 3 heads off, and you can do that 3 heads with Johnny Cage's uppercut. And then we had to leave. Now the thing is, by the time that happened, my mom was beeping and whatever else, and we were late for Greek school. And that's a big no-no because they're old school. So we're late for Greek school, and the teacher's pissed, and we went da-da-da. The whole time I'm thinking Mortal Kombat, like I gave a shit. We get home. My mom warned us. She's like, "Your father's going to kill you." Because we were late often, or we always screwed around and played video games and ran off to play the arcade, or dicked around and were like whatever else. It was bad. So she was upset, our teacher. And I have to explain this. I have to do it this way. So we pull up to our driveway after Greek school. Because my mom called my dad on the payphone saying that they were late and we got in trouble again. So my dad's livid. What happens? He then, as soon as we get in the door, Mike runs upstairs to his bedroom. He knew there was going to be licks. He runs upstairs to the bedroom. My mom's like, "No, Steve, no!" I have to put this down. No! Alexa, who cares? My mom's like, so I start running to my dad because he's coming my way. I don't know why I was so excited. My mom's like, "No, Stevie, no!" And I'm like, "Papa, might be Mortal Kombat." Kills me. I'm like, "He played Mortal Kombat. You shut up, stupid kid. You have to learn Greek." And I'm getting destroyed. I'm being fatality. And Mike's upstairs crying because he knows he's going to get it next, or laughing, one or the other. And my younger brother George is just sitting there like a pylon. He's like, "What?" So, and my dad's hitting me and spanking my eyes. He goes, "I told you to go to Greek school." I'm like, "I didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything." He goes, "You and your stupid games. I don't like these games." 20 years later, well, it's the same shit. So, he beat the hell out of us. Mike got licks too, but I didn't hear because then I went to my room crying. And then finally, obviously, it was a huge game. We went to play it often. I got beat up. But when it came to console, boy, I remember I was there. I was at the Toys R Us, and I was waiting. And I'm like, I'm not leaving. I was there. My older brother was there. Younger brother, my mom. We bought Mortal Kombat 2, and we played this thing until the Super Nintendo was on fire. We had friends over. We had everyone over. My mom had a party for us. She brought us chips. She made us souvlaki, and the white kids didn't understand. They're the Canadians. They're like, "What the hell is this shit?" It was hilarious. Everyone was there. We had the black kids, our neighbors. We had the Chinese kids or the Asian. We had the Koreans. Jesus. We had everyone. Black, white, Asian, brown kid, Rishi, or whatever his name was. Amazing. We all started playing this game. And it was it was us versus our neighbors, the black kids, because they had the Sega Genesis version. So it was Genesis with the Super Nintendo. We always thought Super Nintendo was better. They came back because they beat us with Mortal Kombat 1 because it was shit. So we were having such a great time. I remember we partied up in the morning before school. I'd try to beat Kintaro. It was so difficult. He was impossible to beat. This was the go-to one. I would play it often. I actually played it before I moved out, before I got married in the NES, and we're playing. It was fun. And then all of a sudden I have this game, and it brings back so many memories. I still remember where I was when I was 13. I still remember getting beats. I still remember, you know, how being competitive, and it still is. And you know, even now, like on the virtual console and everything else, it's still a staple. It's I still think the best Mortal Kombat. You know, it was controversial. It was controversial. It was amazing, and it still is. Still, you know, one of the sought-out ones to get. I can't wait to get 3 to have all 3. But this is definitely one I remember, true to my heart. I still remember like the poster. I still remember Nothing Can Compare You, Nothing. I still remember the whole thing. So, you know, it's just something that I had to get. My wife knew I wanted it because of that. All my friends were like, Steve, man, you got to get 2. Remember when we were kids? I'm like, yep. And they haven't been able to play because it's been crammed in the corner and there's no time and room. So that's a shame. The only good thing about that is because I haven't been playing my games much, it's not like I get tired of them. So when I move this to create the real top tier, it's going to be something a lot more official, and you know, it's new to me. But I'm going to practice up. Next video is going to be definitely... Ow, I actually hurt my face. Next video is going to be the gameplay. I'm going to set you up in a shoulder cannon mode. Maybe I'll do it later on tonight. I'm going to let this let up later on tonight and do this. But guys, it's been a pleasure yet again. Let me know if you guys have any stories of your own. Leave it in the actual comments. There's going to be, you know, any likes you want, any subscription would be appreciated. There's a lot more coming. Beautiful game, more to come about it. And next video is going to be the gameplay, and we'll pretty much finish off the series. It's been a pleasure yet again. Thanks for checking out Top Tier. And have yourself a great day. Peace!